Hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Chorus Cornix, and welcome to Yacc, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game, I play it for a week, and then I talk about it. This week's game is Paper Mario Sticker Stars for the Nintendo 3DS. It was released in 2012, and it's a single-player action RPG. And I completely disagree with the RPG part, but I'll get into that in a second. It was developed by Intelligent System and published by Nintendo. And also there'll be spoilers up ahead, just so you know. But first, a little backstory. So I picked this game up. I actually had it in my closet, my old 3DS. And I popped in the game Sticker Stars. And it turns out I actually played this game on release. And the save file was over 12 years old, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's just been laying in my closet for 12 years or something like that. But another funny thing is I actually took my 3DS to work because there was so little to do at the beginning of the week. And my boss was really chill about it. He's like, if you've done what you're supposed to do, you can just do that. Because mostly the other guys, my coworkers, just look at their phones. So I was, playing games instead of looking at my phone, I guess. So before I start to talk about the game, I need to address the fact that the wiki says that this is a single action RPG. And in fact, it's not an RPG at all. It doesn't even have RPG elements. So there are no XP or leveling systems to grace this game. You pick up health items like plus 5 hearts, but you don't have badge points or flower points like the earlier Paper Mario games. So there's actually no point into battling the enemies on the stages because, well, unless you need the coins to buy stickers and stuff. So at the start of the game, Mario finds himself at a festival called the Sticker Festival, and it turns out there's this comet called the Sticker Comet, and it grants wishes to people. And of course, Bowser crashed the party, and he fragments the comet into royal stickers or fragments. So Mario tries to fight Bowser, and he gets crumpled up into paper. So everything in this game is made out of paper and stickers, and there's this cool thing with the 3DS. You have a screen that can adjust to get a 3D depth of field. I don't know how the screen works, but it's kind of cool. So this game, no pun intended, has depth in it. So you get help by a royal sticker called Kirsty. She is like this floating crown thing. And she gives you advice if you press the L button. So you go around town and you help out the other toads. You unpeel them from stickers and everything. As I said before, it's made out of paper. And eventually you will get a hammer. So just like the classical Paper Mario games, you have a hammer that you use with the B button. And also all the stickers and things in this game, by the way, you fight with stickers. So you pick up stickers, you can buy stickers from a store with coins, and all the stickers have like different abilities and stuff. So you can pick up like a boot sticker, and that you jump on enemies with that, just like the classic Paper Mario. But once you use that sticker, it's gone. You can also use hammers and throwable objects and shells and stuff like that. But the main thing is everything is based on timing. So if you jump on an enemy just on impact, you press the A button again, you get an extra jump on him. Or if you use a hammer, if you time that right with like a sparkling mechanic, you hit the enemies harder. And that also carries over to the other things called things, which are 3D objects that you find in the game, like fans and scissors and stuff, and you can convert them into a sticker in a place in the Kohlberg. You just throw the things at the screen and it turns into stickers. Those things are also timed by either mashing the A buttons or doing time things. And I didn't know this until I came upon one of the bosses later in the game. You can also use the time mechanic to avoid damage or take less damage in battle. So if an enemy attacks you, you press the A button at just the right time, then you take less damage basically. So the stickers are mainly used in battles or for simpler puzzles. So you can find these stickers in stores or in question blocks throughout the level. You can also find other power-ups such as hearts and other recovery items. But mainly the power-ups you will find are basically hearts and coins. And as I said before, you earn coins to buy more stickers, and you also get more coins if you perform excellent in battles. And there's another thing I forgot to talk about regarding the stickers. There are different kind of qualities to the stickers. I think they go from crumpled up to like shinies, and the shiny ones are obviously better. So back to the game. So you need to find all the toads in town in order to unroll a part of town, because everything is made out of paper. You have to unroll that part of town you need to go to progress. So once you've done that, you helped all the toads, the world opens up. So it's like Super Mario Bros. 3, the world branches up in 4 directions. If you go north, you have the harbor. If you go left, you have a dark forest. If you go right, you have the desert. And if you go down, you have the normal vanilla Mario experience. And some of these areas are locked from start, and they will unlock once you progress further on. So I started with the vanilla experience. I started with warm fuzzy plains, and you do battles in this game, so you can actually surprise your enemies by jumping on them or hitting them with a hammer. They can also ambush you again later in the game, but if you manage to get an upper hand on an enemy, you start while dealing some extra damage right off the bat. So at this point I found my first thing in the game. It's this pair of scissors, and it can be converted into a scissor sticker. So this sticker just deals a lot of damage because it cuts through enemies just like a real scissor would, with a great cool animation to it. So you encounter Bowser Jr. and you fight him. It's basically like the first boss tutorial thing where you learn how to fight. And you win the battle, but since Bowser Jr. is this sore loser, he grabs the bridge and pull it away from the papers. You can't progress. You need the help of the other Toads in order to make they make like a bridge or ladder for you to climb up to get the crumpled up bridge. And Kirsty helps you with this ability called paperization, I think it's called. So you kind of look down at the paper like it's a 3D view, and you place down a sticker or a thing and flatten it out. It would have been cool if this effect actually uses the stylus, like peeling down a sticker. That would have been satisfying. But once that, bridge is put down, you can progress. So the next level coming up is basically the windmill section. And in this level, you need to go to the end, and you need to guide a Toad back to the beginning of the level while avoiding enemies. And he will give you a code, and I didn't know this, so I had to look it up, but it's a code that unlocks a pipe in the middle of the windmill. So you need to actually move the rotors, or the fins of the windmill, I guess you call them, by putting one of the stickers, like the fan sticker. And I found that earlier as well. So you make a sticker out of the fan thing, and you put it in front or beside the windmill, and the blade spins. So you get in there, punch in the code, and you go down into this underground section where you fight bossy beetles. And this is the second boss fight, and at this time I actually converted a couple of things into stickers. So I had the scissors, and that made this battle a whole lot easier because when you attack the big beetle boss, you actually need to do it twice. You need to get a perfect landing. So this is when the game introduces the spin wheel mechanic. So a wheel will spin. You pay some coins for it. I think you press the X button to spin the wheel each turn. If you get 3 of a kind, you get to use 3 stickers. So you need to use more than 1 sticker to actually damage this guy. So I managed to beat him, and I picked up a heart container plus 5 after. So the next level keeps up with the classical formula of the Mario games. You have this castle or a keep where you fight off a trumpet playing Goomba. He is like parachuting down Babambas with cannons, and there's some puzzle mechanics here that I thought was kind of clever. You go into paperization mode, and you put down stickers over these air vents so you can progress over a bridge. And I like that kind of thing. There's also an Easter egg with Luigi in this, and I'll talk about that later up in the Easter egg secrets and glitches section. So at the top of this tower, you fight a bunch of Goombas that they kind of combine. They like to do this like Power Rangers kind of thing. They combine, and you fight them as one form, and you win. So you get this fragment, and you move on to other parts of the game. So at this point, I did some exploring. I went to the harbor section, and I looked around in one of the warehouse. You have this door you have to go into paperization mode and flip it around and stick it back in so you can get into the other back end of the storage facility, where I got a heart up, like 5+ hearts, and also picked up a thing, a vacuum. And the vacuum will be used in this section coming up in the desert, because the dark forest is blocked up by this Weedle thing. He's sleeping, and you need to go into the desert. And in the desert, before you even enter, you have this door where you need to place certain stickers, and one of the stickers is like a spiky helmet that you got from the keep. So you stick all these stickers on the door, and the door opens. So in the desert area, you have this Sphinx area that's shaped like a Yoshi, which is kind of cool. And you start to collect these other stickers that basically form a big boss tower at the end. It's a cool concept. There's this big empty level where you're supposed to stick them down, and once you kind of get all the stickers, it kind of transforms into this huge boss building. So these tower stickers, if that makes sense. They're hidden throughout the desert area, so you need to go into a place called the Oasis. But before you can enter the Oasis, you need to suck up the tornado sandstorm thing with the vacuum cleaner, and it has this really funny animation where it like goes crazy. And then you go into the Oasis area where you use a tap that you got from one of the early stages, and you fill the water pond up with water, and you get like one of the castle stickers from one of the chests inside of one of the houses. So in the Oasis you also find another clue to where to find another part of the sticker puzzle with the tower. So you need to go down between two cacti in one of the levels. You think you will drop down to your death, but you drop down into a sand cave where you will find the missing piece. And I think this is a great game because it feels like an adventure. You're exploring and doing things, and you discover things as you move along. So I played a lot of this game this week, and I had so much fun. So I can definitely recommend this game. But I'll talk more about the other graphical and other stuff coming up. So gameplay. Help Mario yet again to stop Bowser's and his evil plans. Reassembling the sticker comet with the royal fragments. Control. The Y button goes into paperization mode. B button uses the hammer. The A button is jump. And the L stick moves Mario around. And the L button uses Kirsty as she gives you advice and stuff. A minor nitpick would be, as I said, when you place down stickers in paperization mode, it would be cool to use the stylus to like flatten out the stickers, but it's like one of those things that would have been satisfying, but it's not completely necessary, but it would have been a cool touch. Graphics. So this game is very bright and colorful and polished, just like any other Mario game, and it has this thing with the 3D perspective. And it's also a good thing, but also not in its favor. So if you play the game for a very long time, your eyes actually get super tired. But the game also tells you between the saves of the levels that you can take small breaks. It actually encourages you to do so. But you can always turn the slider off with the 3D into a normal 2D screen, so it's not that big of a deal, not that huge of a nitpick. Sound and music. So this game has 12 composers, believe it or not, and the soundtrack range from jazzy to classical Mario beats and everything, and it's nice. It's a nice twist on the whole Mario aesthetic and themes. I really like it. Easter eggs, secrets, and glitches. So Luigi can be found in this game. He's hiding in the background in some of the levels, so you fish him out in the paperization mode, and when you pull him out of his hiding, he runs off the paper, and it's kind of a cool effect because it's 3D and everything, but the paper is flat in paperization mode. So in conclusion, I wrote, yes, try it, but try to get your hands on a physical copy. So it's very charming, colorful, and I like the paper aesthetic, stickers and stuff. I like the battle system, music, everything actually. So yeah, the only negative thing about the game is the eye strain that you get from looking at the 3D screen, but you can always turn the 3D effect off. And the good thing about this game, you can play it in short and small bursts as well. You can play a level and then don't worry about the save, because every time you clear a level or exit a level, the game saves, and there are save spots throughout the town. You have like these save blocks like from the classical Paper Mario games as well as heart refills and stuff. So I can definitely recommend this game, but play a physical one, because I don't believe that this game should be emulated. It should be played with the original hardware that it was meant to play on. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.